Namaste and hello everyone, and welcome back to the Kapil Gupta Career Pod Show, where we talk about everything that matters for your career, your growth, and your happiness. And I'm your host, Kapil Gupta, and today we are diving into something that might just change your life completely. We are talking about digital fasting. And now, before you think I've gone all spiritual and asking you to meditate in the Himalayas without your phone, let me tell you, this is very practical, very real, and very necessary for every single person listening right now. And especially if you're a student, a career aspirant, or someone who feels their phone has become their best friend, worst enemy, and everything in between. Imagine this. It's 11:30 at night. Rohan, a second year engineering student from Delhi, is sitting with his physics textbook open. He's been on the same page for 45 minutes. Why? Because every 2 minutes his phone buzzes. Instagram notification, WhatsApp message, YouTube recommendation, Snapchat streak reminder. His brain is jumping between quantum mechanics and cricket reels, between electromagnetic waves and his ex girlfriend's news story. Sounds familiar? Of course it does, because Rohan isn't just one person. He's millions of Indian students right now, right this second, fighting a battle between their dreams and their devices. And guess what? The devices are winning. So today's episode is going to be your weapon, your shield, your secret strategy to take back control. We'll explore what digital fasting really means, why your brain is literally begging you to try it, how it can skyrocket your career, the simple steps to start today, and most importantly, how to find that sweet balance so you're not living like a cave person, but also not becoming a zombie scrolling through life. So grab your chai, get comfortable, but please, for the love of your future, put that phone on silent. And let's begin. Hello, all. I'm Kapil Gupta, career coach, life mentor, and founder of Study Abroad Academy. I'm on a mission to help 100,000 high school students break free from confusion, fear, and self doubt and step into global classrooms, powerful careers, and a life they love. Now, this isn't just about studying abroad, it's about building clarity, confidence, and character. I do it with coaching, mindset work, and the game changing power of graphotherapy because students deserve more than just guidance, they deserve transformation. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is digital fasting? Think of it like Navratri fasting or Ramadan. But instead of giving up food, you're giving up your digital devices, or at least reducing how much you use them. Now, digital fasting means taking intentional breaks from your smartphone, social media apps, laptops, tablets, basically anything with a screen that constantly demands your attention. Now, it could be for a few hours daily, one full day weekly, or even longer periods, depending on what works for you. Now, why does this matter today more than ever before? So, let me paint you a picture of India in 2025. We have over 800 million internet users in our country. The average Indian spends almost 5 hours daily on their smartphone. 5 hours. That's more than most students spend actually studying. So, for young people between 15 and 25 years, this number shoots up to almost 7 hours. Imagine if you invested even half of that time into learning a new skill, reading books, or preparing for competitive exams, you would be unstoppable. But here's the scary part. According to a recent study by Indian Institute of Technology, 71% of Indian students check their phones within 5 minutes of waking up. Before saying good morning to their parents, before brushing their teeth, before even properly opening their eyes, the phone is in their hands. The day starts with notifications, not intentions. The day begins with other people's lives, not your own goals. And this is the digital trap, and most of us don't even realize we are stuck in it. Take Priya's story. She's preparing for UPSC in Bangalore. Smart girl, dedicated, comes from a middle class family where becoming an IAS officer is the ultimate dream. Last year, she couldn't clear even the prelims. Why? Not because she wasn't intelligent, not because she didn't have good study materials, but because she was spending 4 to 5 hours daily on Instagram and Netflix. She would start studying at 9 in the morning, phone beside her textbook. One WhatsApp message from a college group would lead to checking Instagram, which would lead to watching reels, which would lead to YouTube videos about motivation, ironically. And by the time she would look up, 2 hours would have vanished. Her focus was scattered like broken glass. Her concentration was weaker than her Wi Fi signal. And this is why digital fasting matters. Our careers, especially in competitive fields like engineering, medicine, civil services, CA, aren't built on casual efforts. They demand deep focus, sustained attention, and serious dedication. But how can you focus deeply when your brain is trained to expect a dopamine hit every 30 seconds? How can you study a complex topic when your mind is constantly craving the next notification, the next like, the next comment? You simply cannot. Digital fasting isn't about being anti technology, it's about being pro success, pro mental health, and pro your own future. And now, let's get into the science. But don't worry, I'll keep it simple. No complicated jargon here. Your brain has a chemical called dopamine. Think of dopamine as your brain's reward system, like getting a gold star in school or your mom's praise after good marks. Every time something good happens, dopamine is released and you feel happy, satisfied, and motivated. But here's the problem. Social media companies, app developers, they've literally hired neuroscientists and psychologists to make their apps as addictive as possible. Every notification sound, every red dot, every new like or comment triggers a small dopamine release in your brain. Now, it's the same chemical pathway that gets activated with gambling, with sugar, even with drugs. You're not weak willed for checking your phone constantly. You're fighting against billion-dollar companies that have designed these apps to hijack your brain's reward system. Research from AIMS Delhi found that excessive social media use among Indian teenagers is directly linked to increased anxiety, depression, and sleep disorders. 78% of students who use social media for more than 4 hours daily report feeling inadequate about their lives. They see their friends posting vacation pictures, new phones, restaurant check ins, and they start feeling like their own life isn't good enough. This is comparison culture, and it's destroying mental health faster than any virus. Let's talk about Arjun from Mumbai, preparing for CAT exam for MBA admissions. Every night, he would scroll through LinkedIn, seeing posts about 22-year-olds getting placed in top consulting firms, earning massive salaries, traveling abroad. Now, instead of motivating him, these posts made him anxious. He started doubting himself, questioning whether he is smart enough, fast enough, good enough. His sleep suffered because he would be on his phone till 2 in the morning. Poor sleep meant poor focus during study hours. Poor focus meant poor performance in mock tests. And poor performance meant more anxiety, which led to more phone usage to escape the stress. A vicious circle, a trap with no exit. Scientists call this the attention economy. Your attention is the most valuable currency in today's world. And big tech companies are fighting to grab every second of it. According to a study from IIT Bombay, the average person checks their phone 96 times daily. That's once every 10 minutes during waking hours. Each time you check your phone, it takes approximately 23 minutes to fully regain deep focus on your original task. Do the math. If you're checking your phone 10 times during a 4-hour study session, you're losing almost all your productive time to digital distractions. The blue light from screens messes with your sleep cycle by suppressing melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. Indian students who use phones before bed take 37% longer to fall asleep and report feeling 62% less rested in the morning. Poor sleep affects memory consolidation, which is crucial for learning. So when you stay up late watching reels, you're not just losing sleep, you're literally reducing your brain's ability to remember what you studied during the day. And now comes the most exciting part. How does digital fasting actually help your career? Let me share some real success stories that blow your mind. Meet Aditya from Jaipur. Last year, he was struggling with JEE preparations, barely scoring 40% in mock test. His parents were worried, obviously, considering the backup options. And then Aditya made one simple decision. He deleted Instagram, Snapchat, all gaming apps from his phone for 6 months. Just 6 months. He kept WhatsApp only for family communication, checking it twice daily at fixed times. Now, the first week was torture. He felt phantom vibrations, kept reaching for his phone unconsciously, felt bored during breaks, but he persisted. And by week 3, something magical happened. He started actually enjoying studying. Physics problems became interesting puzzles, not boring tasks. His concentration improved dramatically. Mock test scores jumped to 75% and then 88%. He cracked JEE with an All India rank under 2000, got admission to NIT Trichy. His parents asked, "What changed?" He said, "Just one thing. I stopped feeding my distraction and started feeding my dream." Now, this isn't just one lucky story. A survey conducted across the 5 IITs found that 83% of successful JEE crackers practice some form of digital discipline during preparation. Now, they weren't completely offline, but they had strict boundaries. No social media during study months. Phone usage limited to educational content and necessary communication. Screen time tracked and reduced consciously. See, digital fasting improves what psychologists called deep work, the ability to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks. So, this is the superpower of high achievers. So, whether you are coding, studying law, preparing case studies for MBA, or practicing for medical entrance exams, deep work is what separates average performers from exceptional ones. So, when you practice digital fasting, you're training your brain for sustained concentration. Initially, you might manage only 20 minutes of focused work, but with practice, you'll reach 60 minutes, then 90, eventually 2 to 3 hours of uninterrupted deep focus. And this is when real learning happens, when concepts click, when creativity flows. So, career growth isn't just about hard work, it's about smart work. Imagine two students preparing for the same exam. Both study 8 hours daily. Student A has phone nearby, checks it every 15 minutes, watches reels during breaks, sleeps late watching Netflix. And student B, he practices digital fasting, keeps phone in another room during study hours, uses breaks for walks or meditation, sleeps early. After 6 months, who do you think performs better? Obviously, student B. Not because they studied more hours, but because the quality of those hours was infinitely better. So, digital fasting also improves real world networking skills. Sanya from Pune realized during college placements that she struggled with face to face conversations. She was confident in Instagram DMs, but nervous in actual interviews. Why? Because she spent 4 years building online communication skills but neglected in person interaction. She started a 3 month digital fast during her final semester. So instead of chatting online, she joined debate club, attended campus events, volunteered at NGOs. Her confidence soared. So during placement interviews, while others gave rehearsed answers, Sanya had genuine stories about real experiences. She got selected at her dream company, not despite a digital fast, but because of it. So, all right, you're convinced about digital fasting, but how do you actually do it? So, let me give you a practical, actionable steps that any student can implement starting today, right now, this very moment. First, start with micro fasting. Don't try to go completely offline for a week. That's like trying to run a marathon when you have never jogged before. So instead, begin with small, manageable chunks. Try 2 hour rule. Pick 2 hours daily, preferably during the most productive time, morning for most people, and go completely phone free. Keep your device in another room, not just silent or face down, because you'll still feel tempted. Tell your family about your plan so they don't worry if you don't respond immediately. And use these 2 hours for your most important task, whether that's studying difficult subjects, working on projects, or learning new skills. Then, number two, create phone free zones in your life. Make your bedroom a no phone zone after 10 p.m. Charge your device outside your room. Buy an old fashioned alarm clock if you use your phone for waking up. This single change improved sleep quality for thousands of students. Similarly, make your study desk a phone free zone. When you sit to study, phone stays away. Simple rule, but powerful results. And number three, use technology to fight technology. Yes, tit for tat. Sounds contradictory, but it works brilliantly. Apps like Forest are popular among Indian students. You plant a virtual tree when starting focused work, and it grows only if you don't touch your phone. Break focus, tree dies. Sound childish? But the gamification creates accountability. Freedom app blocks distracting websites and apps during chosen hours. Apple and Android have built in screen time features that show exactly how much time you waste daily and let you set limits. Use these tools. They are like training wheels for your willpower. And number four, try the weekend warrior approach. Pick one day every weekend for complete digital detox. 24 hours with no social media, no entertainment apps, minimal phone usage, only for emergencies or essential communication. Saturdays works well for most students. Wake up, go for a morning walk without phone, read physical books, spend time with family talking actual conversations, not forwarding memes, cook something, play outdoor games, pursue hobbies like painting or music. Initially, this feels uncomfortable, boring even. By evening, you feel lighter, calmer, more connected to yourself and loved ones. So, this weekly reset button keeps digital addiction in check and your relations close to you. And number five, replace bad habits with good ones. Nature abhors vacuum, and your mind too. So, when you reduce phone time, you will feel restless if you don't fill that time meaningfully. So, have replacement activities ready. Keep interesting books nearby, join a sports club or gym, learn cooking from YouTube, actual learning, not mindless watching. Then practice without devices. Start journaling, writing down thoughts, goals, daily reflections, and these activities provide satisfaction that's deeper and longer lasting than any Instagram like. And number six, practice the notification purge. Go through every app on your phone and turn off non essential notifications. That do you really need to know every time someone likes your photo? Does every WhatsApp group message deserve instant attention? Be ruthless. Keep notifications only for calls, messages from important contacts, and genuinely urgent apps. This single action reduces phone checks by almost half for most people. And number seven, implement the morning rule. Whatever happens, don't touch your phone for the first hour after waking up. This is sacred time for your mind, for setting intentions, for healthy routines. Successful people from Tony Robbins to Indian achievers like Sandeep Maheshwari emphasize morning routines. Your morning hour shapes your entire day. Contaminate it with social media, notifications, other people's content, and you're already behind before your day even starts properly. And now, let's address the elephant in the room. Is digital fasting about completely rejecting technology and living like our grandparents did in the 19s or 80s? Absolutely not. Technology is neither good nor bad. It's a tool. A knife can cut vegetables or hurt someone, depending on how you use it. Similarly, digital devices can destroy your career or accelerate it, depending on your relationship with them. The goal is digital balance, not digital boycott. You are living in 2025 and preparing for careers that will exist in 2035 and beyond. Technology will be even more integrated into everything. The skill isn't avoiding technology, the skill is using it wisely, intentionally, and purposefully. Successful people don't abandon digital tools, they master them instead of being mastered by them. Think of your favorite sports person, whether it's Virat Kohli, PV Sindhu, or Neeraj Chopra. They use technology extensively for training, analysis, diet tracking, performance monitoring. But do you think they are scrolling Instagram during practice sessions? Do they binge watch series night before important matches? Obviously not. They have disciplined relationship with technology. They use it when it serves their goals and they disconnect when focus is needed. This is digital wisdom. So, for career aspirants, balance means using LinkedIn for networking and learning, not for comparison and anxiety. It means using YouTube for educational content from channels teaching concepts better than textbooks, not for falling into rabbit holes of entertainment videos. It means using WhatsApp to coordinate with study groups and mentors, not for spending hours in meme sharing groups. It means using apps for productivity like Notion for organizing notes, Anki for spaced repetition learning, and Pomodoro timers for maintaining focus. Digital fasting teaches you something profound about life. Everything valuable requires patience and sustained effort. Exam preparation, skill development, building relationships, achieving fitness goals. Nothing meaningful happens with scattered attention and instant gratification mindset. Social media trains your brain for quick hits, short term rewards, superficial engagement. And real life, especially career success, requires opposite qualities: patience, persistence, depth, and long term thinking. Remember Priya from earlier in this episode? She practiced digital fasting for 8 months during her second UPSC attempt. Not complete disconnection, but disciplined usage. Phone off during study hours. Social media limited to Sunday evenings for 1 hour. News consumption scheduled at fixed times instead of constantly refreshing feeds. Netflix only after completing daily targets, and even then, just one episode. The result? She cleared prelims, mains, and interview, secured all India rank under 200. So during her interview, panel members asked about her preparation strategy. She credited digital discipline as the biggest game changer. She said it wasn't about studying more hours, but about making every hour count through undivided attention. Your career is built by focus, not by feeds. Your dreams are achieved through determination, not through distractions. Your success is created by deep work, not by shallow scrolling. Social media can be harmful to students' personalities in devastating ways. It creates comparison culture where everyone else's highlight reel makes your regular life feel inadequate. It promotes instant gratification, making patient effort feeling boring. It fragments attention, destroying ability to focus deeply. It replaces real achievements with virtual validation where likes and followers feel more important than actual skills and knowledge. It consumes time, the one resource you can never get back. Most dangerous of all, it creates illusion of productivity and connection while actually preventing real growth and meaningful relationships. But here's the beautiful truth. You have complete control. Unlike many challenges in life, this one has a simple solution that's entirely in your hands. You don't need money, connections, luck, or special privileges. You just need awareness, decision, and commitment. Awareness that you have a problem, decision to change it, and commitment to follow through despite initial discomfort. So, my dear listeners, as we come to the end of today's episode, I want you to understand something crucial. Digital fasting isn't punishment, it's liberation. It's not about missing out, it's about focusing in. It's not about rejecting modern life, it's about reclaiming your attention, your time, your potential. The most successful people in any field have one thing in common: they protect their attention like their life depends on it because their success actually does depend on it. Warren Buffett reads 5 to 6 hours daily without digital distractions. Bill Gates take reading weeks with no devices. Indian achievers like Ratan Tata, Sudha Murthy, Kiran Mazumdar Shaw all emphasize focused work over multitasking chaos. You're at a beautiful stage of life right now. Whether you're in school preparing for boards, in college figuring out your path, or preparing for competitive exams that will shape your career, you have something incredibly precious. You have time, energy, and potential. So don't waste these gifts scrolling through other people's lives. Don't let your dreams die in the graveyard of digital distractions. Starting today, make a commitment to yourself. Not to me, not to your parents, not to anyone else, but to the future version of yourself who will thank you for the choices you make right now. Try digital fasting for just 1 week. Experience the difference in your focus, productivity, peace of mind, and happiness. I promise you, if you genuinely try it with commitment, you'll never go back to your old patterns. And here is your life changing call to action. And I'm not exaggerating when I say life changing. Right now, as you finish listening to this episode, I want you to do three things immediately. First, calculate honestly how many hours you spent on your phone yesterday. Check your screen time stats, add up the numbers, and write it down. Seeing the actual figure, not guessing, is often shocking enough to trigger change. If you spent 5 hours, that's 35 hours weekly, 140 hours monthly, and almost 1,700 hours yearly. Imagine what you could achieve with even half that time redirected towards learning, creating, or growing. And second, delete or log out from one social media app for the next 7 days. Just one app, the one you waste most time on. For most people, it's Instagram or YouTube. Don't just keep it on your phone thinking you have willpower to avoid it. Remove it completely. These 7 days are your experiment, your test run into digital fasting. Notice how you feel, what you do with extra time, how your focus improves. And third, share this episode with 5 friends who need to hear this message. We all have friends stuck in digital addiction, struggling with careers because they can't focus, stressed and anxious from social media overload. Send them this episode. Maybe you'll change someone's life. Maybe someone will thank you years later for this one share that put them on a different path. And additionally, I challenge you to join the 30-day digital discipline challenge. For the next 30 days, follow these 5 simple rules. No phone for the first 60 minutes after waking. No social media during study or work hours. No screen 1 hour before sleep. One complete digital detox day every week. And track your daily screen time and try reducing it by 20% weekly. Document your journey, notice changes in your mood, productivity, and results, and then message me your experience at my social media handles. And remember, your phone should be a tool to use, not a trap you're stuck in. Your career deserves your best attention. Your dreams deserve your deepest focus. Your future is built by the choices you make today. Choose wisely, choose focus, choose digital fasting. So, this is Kapil Gupta signing off. Until next episode, stay focused, stay hungry for growth, and remember, success loves the undistracted mind. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next episode of the Kapil Gupta Career Pod Show.